I've always had vulnerability in my writing. It almost comes more naturally to me than daily life. The songs are always personal and intimate in that way, and I've been lucky because something about that connection has resonated with people that have supported me making records and traveling and playing shows, and I've been incredibly lucky with the experiences I've had and the artists I've played with, doing radio or TV or traveling internationally, collaborating with artists that are so talented and have become friends and really changed my life and shaped my experiences in ways that I could never have predicted. And it gets crazy and surreal often, and my fans are the ones that make it all possible. You know, their love and support, it blows my mind all of the time, and I really, really, really love them in a way that this once shy girl didn't know was possible. You know, having a public life is hard for me, but I wanted to show these beautiful fans a little bit about my other world, you know, living in a house that I've been deconstructing and building back up slowly so that it feels like me and is an inspiring place to make music. And my songs have been going through this transformation as well. And I want to share that process with people. You know, so much goes into making a record and so many steps to record it and release it and write it. And you have to stay centered and calm through the whole thing. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you get magical, magical moments. And this place feels like the right environment to do this record. You know, finding great musicians and people that you can work off of, people that inspire you. To me, that's what record making is. It's the people in the room and the environment that you're in, that you're feeding off of. That starts shaping the sound. You know, I booked a tour before the songs were even written, and I found friends of mine who I met in Paris a few years ago who have these beautiful voices, and they were a lot of fun. We stayed in touch, and they came to the US, and they just make fun of me all the time, but I can make fun of them back by doing things like posting that video and this one where they're making fun of me again. But they came here, and I started bringing them into my world and put them on some of these demos. Some are in French and different harmonies, and I started writing with the idea of performing harmonies live and having this angelic backdrop of these crazy girls. You know, and of course I'll have them do the happenstance shows as well and back me up, not in French, but do those vocals. And slowly this place just started becoming a studio, and I began rehearsing for this tour that I'd booked, and I kept writing and recording demos, and I was doing it all simultaneously with these new friends, and playing everything very much by instinct. And everyone just seems to find a spot and get comfortable, and we all have a home here. You know, part of my plan is to really utilize this as a home-based studio, but also to have some of the advantages of being in a proper studio. So I've been checking out rooms and loving tape machines, and you know, any studio is a sacred space. So I've found some beautiful places and went in one day by myself just to see what I'd get, and came back the next day with a bunch of musicians, and we just played. And I might produce this record myself as well as be the artist on it, and that's new territory for me. So I wanted to see, what am I like as a band leader in that setting, and can I somehow mix the vibe of the magic that you get at home and the freedom and the looseness of that experience with the studio vibe. And it's going to be a really intimate, intense journey. You know, the Pledge folks have always been a great resource and support for me, a platform to bring fans closer in. I always think people are really interested in the behind-the-scenes journey to get the music out. And for me, there's the business side. There's, you know, I've been self-managing for a few years, but I'm still booking tours and putting out records because of my fans and playing with musicians that I think are fantastic. And when I recorded Chesapeake a few years ago, I went through Pledge and got to share really cool things that I thought fans would appreciate. And I think they loved knowing that I, as the artist, had a direct hand in everything that was being sent out. And it really was coming from me. You know, to me, the goal is always to get out in front of the people who love your music and to play it live. It's magical and never the same. And so we're going to do this tour, and I'm going to make this record, and I'm going to write proper lyrics for this song that you're listening to now and is still being shaped. And as much as people say that my music helps them, I hope that you know it's a mutual exchange for me. I would not be able to do this without you, and I'm so, so grateful. And I just love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. At the world, so